My interest was generated by the fact that I was riding my horse out on Soapers Mountain Ranch, which is off West Soapers Creek Road. I've ridden on that ranch for 35 years. And when I was coming down the mountain I was pretty high up, up by Dinkle Lake, and coming down, there's this monster house being built. It's not only a 19,000 square foot house, it has 4 or 5 outbuildings, and it's just horrific. And I became very incensed and angry as how could that ever happen. So I called my good friend Patty Clapper, and I said, basically, what the heck? And so she was explaining a little bit of what was going on, and she said, I have a committee for you. And I went, sign me up. I'd rather not just complain and do nothing about it. I'd rather be a part of the solution than the problem. So I was pretty clear. I'm an educator. I know zero about land use and zoning. So I explained that to the commissioners, but I am a almost 50-year resident of the valley, and what I see going on in terms of building and development at times horrifies me. The remarkable success of this committee was because of several key factors, and I've thought a lot about this. One is the Board of County Commissioners gave us a very clear mission and vision, and that was at the forefront of every single meeting and every single document. Don't forget, this is what we're about. We're not about advocating for a particular group of people. We're about meeting the county's climate goals through the land use code while creating an equitable and sustainable, livable community. The second part is that the county committed tremendous resources to facilitating this process. Graham and his group, and Kara and her team, we had so much support, and the learning curve for me was straight up. And I felt like I got my master's in land use planning, but that wouldn't have been possible without the constant feeding us of appropriate and relevant information. So the communication was extraordinary, and it was respectful. Mona and Michael did an exceptional job on advocating for the needs of the group and the resources. Very articulate people, very knowledgeable people. I have enormous respect for them. Ultimately, I think what happened through the clear purpose, delineated process, strong facilitation, was a common commitment to the values that were set forth, that we unpacked and that we agreed upon. And we shared that very strong commitment to sustaining and nurturing our community in this valley, not just the land, but the way of life. And it's complicated. And in the end, it was hard sometimes. And the amount of information, I had no background knowledge, so learning this stuff was challenging and good for me. But towards the end, I remember second to the last meeting, when we were pounding out, the final recommendation, there was fatigue, but there was satisfaction, as Michael said. And then there was a sense of elation, like, this is good stuff we did, and this is right. I think it updated my view a little bit since I've been out for a while, and it gave me an appreciation of the increasing challenge for housing, and the increasing division between the have and have-nots. I feel very strongly that the county is doing the right thing to protect not just our land from these monster mansions, but also for the people living here. I think the livability is really important. And I think one of the few tools that the county has to keep this place livable for the workers of the world is the land use code.